If I can sit down with my younger self in her 20s, there are a few things that I would tell her that she understands dating and marriage better. And these truths might be hard to hear, but they can save you years of wasted time, unnecessary heartbreak, and position you for the type of marriage that you actually want. Let's talk about it. Hey, beautiful. My name is Jumoke Win, and I am one half of Win at Love. My husband and I, we coach single Christian women to meet, date, and marry eligible Christian men. And if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure that you do subscribe and you hit that bell so that you can get more great notifications. So the first truth, ladies, is that men decide who gets married. I know, shocker, right? Now, as women, we have the power to decide who we date. We have the power to give our time and attention to different men and have access to us. But as far as commitment, the proposal, marriage, just actually getting married, that power rests with men. And that means that you cannot force that. Just understanding that alone showed me, and in hindsight, that I should have been positioning myself in front of men so that they could marry me. I should have been focused on, but I wish I applied it more. I wish that I knew that, okay, at least earlier, because I really didn't start my femininity journey until my mid 20s. But I wish I would have tapped into femininity a lot more, because men are the consumers. And I had this idea of, okay, someone's just going to pick me up and marry me one day. But if I wanted the best possible outcome, I should really studied and, okay, what do men want? And as far as what do they want as far as a wife? What do they want as far as who do they commit to? Why do they commit to some women and why do they not commit to other women? Because you can just end up as a forever girlfriend and have years wasted. So if men are the ones who are the consumer and they're the ones who hold the keys to marriage, you have to listen to them, right? And what they want, because they're the ones who are marrying you. The second point, or the second truth that I wish that I knew younger, was that fertility is a gift, not an everlasting privilege. This is going to sting for some women, because a lot of women are just told to just wait. Don't date, just wait. Just serve. Everything is going to work out at the end of the day. But you have a generation of women who are in their 30s, exiting their peak fertility years, and they're grieving. And I wish that I had more of a concept of my fertility from a younger age, because I really didn't. I think what kept me, and when I say kept me, I'm talking about gave me the sense of urgency when I got on the dating market, is because my mom and my grandmother married early. My mom got married at 22, had me at 23. My grandmother got married at 19. It was just a thing. I remember my mom even told me that if you, in Nigeria, when she was growing up, if you were not married by 25, you get the leftovers. Imagine, right? Imagine. And I just knew that, okay, I have to get married within a certain time, because also I had a wanting and a desire for children. I wanted at least 4 kids, right? So I'm like, okay, if I want 4 kids, and then you have to start doing the math. But if I don't actually get married until a certain age, how long am I going to have between each child before I'm going to start struggling with my fertility? And unfortunately, a lot of women, they don't think about that. And then they wait until their late 30s to get settled, to have a big wedding, to take a few years off, to just be married, to buy a house. And by the time that they try to start conceiving, by 37, it's hard, right? So sure, we have medical interventions, but instead of everyone running to IVF or running to every prophet, right, to pray over their womb and everyone's trying to adopt the name Sarah, right? Get the reference. I think we should just use wisdom, right? We should just use wisdom and understand that God put a limit on us, especially as women. So we don't have all the time in the world. If we want marriage, and for me who wanted marriage, I should have been dating, not spending 6 years single. Those are my best years that I don't get back, because I was not doing anything, right? I could have gotten married. God made everything work for my good. Praise the Lord. If I was to talk to a younger person who was in my same situation, I would not tell them to wait until the last minute. And lastly is your bargaining power. It fluctuates based on your circumstances. This is a harsh truth that nobody talks about because it's super sensitive for women. Because for women, they're told from the time that they're born that everyone's a 10. You're a goddess, you're a queen, you deserve the world, you're a princess, everything, right? And you get gassed up so much and your ego is filled so much to the point that you don't realize that, hey, I have either A, certain flaws, or B, the things that I want, that I'm asking for, I'm being entitled. I actually don't have the bargaining power for what I say that I want. And this is a really hard thing to get younger women to understand because, or not younger women to understand, it's really older women, but just talking to younger women, it's something that we should really tell them, like, hey, you should keep yourself pure. That's not something that you should throw away so flippantly because it's, oh, it doesn't matter anyways. It does matter, and it does matter when it comes to your bargaining power. The more men that you sleep with, the more promiscuous that you are, it does affect your marriageability. You having kids out of wedlock, that affects your marriageability. You being older, that affects your marriageability. You just different things. You having a lot of tattoos that you made that decision to do, that affects your marriageability. You chopping off all your hair, you doing this and doing that. Like, again, men are the consumers, right? Like I said, men choose who gets to be married. And if men collectively are like, hey, we don't want to marry women who are promiscuous, we don't want to marry women who have a lot of tattoos and piercings, we don't want to marry women who waited until the last minute, if we want kids, right? We don't want to marry women who are in their 40s, who don't need us, who keep telling us that they don't need us. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Just different things like that. I wish that I knew that from a younger age because I think I did really drink some of the feminist Kool-Aid when I was in college, thinking that anything that I did just didn't matter. I didn't screw up my life that much. Really, I did. Honestly, I think comparatively, I did very well, right? Because I thank the Lord that I got saved in college. So I got saved in college and my convictions really held me before I understood the social aspect of my decisions. I didn't realize that would make me more marriageable. It was things that I'm like, okay, I'm going to dedicate my life to the Lord, right? And because I want to dedicate my life to the Lord, I'm not going to sit here and do things that would not make me the best ambassador for Christ. That's how I was thinking, but it was just a byproduct that it made me more marriageable in the long run. So again, it all worked out for my good, but ultimately, before I got saved, I was just like everyone else, thinking that none of this matters. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to think about men because men suck and they just have to deal with you anyways. So that is what I learned in my 20s that I would definitely tell the younger me. Let me know what you think about this video. Leave a comment down below and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.